Okay, Act 3, Scene 2. Judging by how this one starts, it looks like Hamlet is moving forward with his plot to trick his uncle father King, into admitting his guilt that he killed his Hamlet's father, that is. Enter Hamlet and the players. Hamlet. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand, thus, but use all gently, or in the very torrent, tempest, and, as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, for whom the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for o'erdoing termagant. It out Herods Herod. Pray you avoid it. I warrant your honor. So it looks like just Hamlet was just giving the players some notes here on how to go about this performance. What I gather from that. Actually, let's briefly just read the translation here. We don't do that often, but I think for this one it might be kind of fun to see it. So of Hamlet's first little speech there, let's see the translated version. Please speak the speech as I recited it to you, in an easy, natural way. But if you declaim it bombastically, the way many actors do these days, I'd just as soon have the town crier speak my lines. And don't gesticulate too violently with your hand like this, but use more moderate gestures. Even in the very torrent, tempest, and so to speak whirlwind of your passionate portrayal, you must cultivate a restraint that will make it seem effortlessly natural. Oh, it offends me to my core when I hear some over-the-top ham tear a passion to shreds, tear it to rags even, just to deafen the standing spectators in the pit, who, for the most part, can only appreciate idiotic mime shows and noise. I would have a fellow like that whipped for overdoing even the most villainous character. It out-evils evil itself. Please avoid that. That's a cool little translation, I think, but we sort of got the gist of it there. The first player. I warrant your honor. Hamlet, be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action. With this special observance, that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so o'erdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is to hold as 'twere the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time his form and pressure. Now this overdone, or come tardy off, though it makes the unskilful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve, the censure of the which one must in your allowance o'erweigh a whole theatre of others. Oh, there be players that I have seen play, and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, that neither having the accent of Christians, nor the gait of Christian, pagan, nor man, have so strutted and bellowed, that I have thought some of nature's journeymen had made men, and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably. I guess Hamlet's just saying he's seen some stinkers in his time. First player, I hope we have reformed that indifferently with us, sir. Hamlet, oh, reform it altogether. And let those that play your clowns speak no more than is set down for them. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, to set on some quantity of barren spectators to laugh too, though in the meantime some necessary question of the play be then to be considered. That's villainous, and shows a most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses it. Go make you ready. I think Hamlet's just saying there, no cheap laughs, right? Let's check the translation real quick. Oh, correct it completely, and make sure your actors specializing in clown roles stick to the script. Some of these professional clowns laugh themselves in order to start a few idiots in the audience laughing too, even though in the meantime some important part of the play is lost. That's reprehensible, and it shows a pathetic ambition on the part of the fool who does it. Yeah, he's saying, yeah, just the clowns gotta know their place. No cheap laughs. Enter Polonius, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. Exeunt the players. Enter Polonius, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. How now, my lord? Will the king hear this piece of work? And the queen too, and that presently. Bid the players make haste. Exit Polonius. Will you two help to hasten them? Rosencrantz. Aye, my lord. Exeunt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. What ho, Horatio? Enter Horatio. Horatio. Here, sweet lord, at your service. Horatio, thou art e'en as just a man as e'er my conversation coped withal. Oh, my dear lord. Nay, do not think I flatter. For what advancement may I hope from thee that no revenue hast but thy good spirits to feed and clothe thee? Why should the poor be flattered? No. Let the candied tongue lick absurd pomp, and the crook the pregnant hinges of the knee, where thrift may follow fawning. Dost thou hear? Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice, and could of men distinguish her election, hath sealed thee for herself. For thou hast been as one, in suffering all that suffers nothing, a man that fortune's buffets and rewards has ta'en with equal thanks. And blessed are those whose blood and judgment are so well commingled that they are not a pipe for fortune's finger to sound what stop she please. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core. Aye, in my heart of hearts, as I do thee. Something too much of this. There is a play tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I prithee, when thou seest that act afoot, even with the very comment of thy soul, observe my uncle, of his occulted guilt. Do not itself unkennel in one speech. It is a damned ghost that we have seen, and my imaginations are as foul as Vulcan's Stithe. Give him heedful note, for I mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after we will both our judgments join in censure of his seeming. So he's saying, yo, Horatio, just keep an eye out, and we'll confer after what we saw. Horatio. Well, my lord, if he steal aught the whilst this play is playing and scape detecting, I will pay the theft. They are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get to your place. Enter King, Queen, Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and the other lords attendant, with the king's guard carrying torches. How fares our cousin Hamlet? Excellent. I'faith of the chameleon's dish. I eat the air, promise crammed. You cannot feed capons so. I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine. No, nor mine now. To Polonius. My lord, you played once in the university, you say? That I did, my lord, and I was accounted a good actor. What did you enact? I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed at the Capitol. Brutus killed me. It was a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. Be the players ready? Aye, my lord, they stay upon your patience. Come hither, my dear Hamlet. Sit by me. No, good mother. Here's metal more attractive. Turns to Ophelia. Polonius aside to the king. Oh ho, do you mark that? Hamlet lying down at Ophelia's feet. Lady, shall I lie in your lap? Just go for it, Hamlet. Shoot your shot. Ophelia. No, my lord. I mean, my head upon your lap. Aye, my lord. Do you think I meant country matters? I think nothing, my lord. That's a fair thought to lie between maids' legs. What is, my lord? Nothing. You are merry, my lord. Who, I? I, my lord. Oh God, you're only jig-maker. What should a man do but be merry? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks at and my father died within 2 hours. Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord. So long? Nay then, let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables. Oh heavens, die 2 months ago and not forgotten yet? Then there's a hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. But by Our Lady he must build. He must build churches then. Or else shall he suffer not thinking on, with the hobby horse whose epitaph is, for oh, the hobby horse is forgot. Oh, we got a bit of a description here. The trumpets sound. A dumb show follows. A dumb show? A play performed in pantomime. Enter a king and a queen, very lovingly, the queen embracing him and he her. She kneels, and makes show of protestation unto him. He takes her up, and declines his head upon her neck. He lies him down upon a bank of flowers. She, seeing him asleep, leaves him. Anon comes in another man, takes off his crown, kisses it, pours poison in the sleeper's ears, and leaves him. The queen returns, finds the king dead, makes passionate action. The poisoner, with some 3 or 4, comes in again. They seem to condole with her. The dead body is carried away. The poisoner woos the queen with gifts. She seems harsh a while, but in the end accepts his love. Exeunt. What means this, my lord? Marry, this is Mitching Malecho. It means mischief. Be like this show imports the argument of the play? Enter prologue. Who's prologue? We shall know by this fellow. The players cannot keep counsel. They'll tell all. Who's prologue? Will he tell us what this show meant? Aye, or any show that you will show him. Be not you ashamed to show. He'll not shame to tell you what it means. You are not. I'll mark the play. I don't know who prologue is, but then maybe that's like the person who comes out at the beginning of the play to be like, this is what the play is about. For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently. Exit. Is this a prologue or the posy of a ring? 'Tis brief, my lord. As woman's love. Oof. Enter the player king and queen. Player king. Full 30 times have Phoebus' cart gone round Neptune's salt wash and Tellus' orbed ground, and 30 dozen moons with borrowed sheen about the world have times 12/30s been since love our hearts and Hymen did our hands unite commutual in most sacred bands. So many journeys may the sun and moon make us again count o'er ere love be done. But woe is me, you are so sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state, that I distrust you. Yet though I discomfort you, my lord, it nothing must. For women's fear and love hold quantity, in neither aught or in extremity. Now what my love is, proof hath made you know, and as my love is sized, my fear is so. Where love is great, the littlest doubts our fear. Where little fears grow great, great love grows there. Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their functions leave to do. And thou shalt live in this fair world behind, honored, beloved, and haply one as kind. For husband shalt thou. Oh, confound the rest! Such love must needs be treason in my breast. In second husband let me be accursed. None wed the second but who killed the first. Hamlet aside. That's wormwood. That's wormwood. Or that tastes bitter. Player Queen. The instances that second marriage move are base respects of thrift, but none of love. A second time I kill my husband dead, when second husband kisses me in bed. I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do to determine oft we break. Purpose is but the slave to memory, of violent birth but poor validity, which now the fruit unripe sticks on the tree, but fall unshaken when they mellow be. Most necessary 'tis that we forget to pay ourselves what to ourselves is debt. What to ourselves is passion we propose, the passion ending doth the purpose lose. The violence of either grief or joy their own enactures with themselves destroy. Where joy most revels, grief doth most lament. Grief joys, joy grieves, on slender accident. This world is not for aye, nor 'tis not strange that even our loves should with our fortunes change. For 'tis a question left us yet to prove, whether love lead fortune or else fortune love. The great man down, you mark his favorite flies. The poor advanced makes friends of enemies. And hitherto doth love on fortune tend. For who not needs shall never lack a friend, and who in want a hollow friend doth try, directly seasons him his enemy. But orderly to end where I begun, our wills and fates do so contrary run, that our devices still are overthrown. Our thoughts are ours, their ends none of our own. So think thou wilt no second husband wed, but die thy thoughts when thy first lord is dead. Nor earth to give me food, nor heaven light, sport and repose lock me from day and night. To desperation turn my rust and hope, and anchor's cheer in prison be my scope. Each opposite that blanks the face of joy, meet what I would have well and it destroy. Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife. If once a widow, ever I be a wife. She should break it now. What are these interjections by Hamlet? If she should break it now. If she breaks her promise now. Well, he's just following along. Hamlet is just completely enthralled in this story because it is, I guess, his story too. He's like just watching it all unfold again. The Player King. 'Tis deeply sworn, sweet. 'Tis deeply sworn. Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile the tedious day with sleep. Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain. Exit. He sleeps. Hamlet. To the Queen. Madam, how like you this play? Queen. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Hey, there's another one. I know that one. I recognize that one. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Oh, but she'll keep her word. Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in't? No, they do but jest. Poison in jest. No offense in the world. What do you call the play? The Mousetrap. Mary, how tropically. This play is the image of a murder done in Vienna. Gonzago is the Duke's name, his wife Baptista. You shall see anon. 'Tis a knavish piece of work, but what of it? What of that? Your Majesty and we that have free souls, it touches us not. Let the gal jade wince, our withers are unwrung. Enter Lucianus? Enter Lucianus? This is a new one. This one is Lucianus, nephew to the king. You are as... Oh, Ophelia. You are as good as a chorus, my lord. Hamlet. I could interpret between you and your love if I could see the puppets dallying. You are keen, my lord. You are keen. It would cost you a groaning to take off my edge. Still better, and worse. So you must take your husbands. Begin, murderer. Leave thy damnable faces and begin. Come, the croaking raven doth bellow for revenge. Okay, what is going on? I'm not following that conversation at all. An actor playing the character Lucianus enters. That's Lucianus, the king's nephew. You're as informative as a Greek chorus, my lord. I could relate the action between you and your lover, like a puppet master, if I saw you both in motion. You are sharp, my lord, you are sharp. You'd be moaning with work to take off my edge. Still one better. Still worse. That's how you take in your husbands, for better or for worse. Oh, and then he says to the actor playing Lucianus, begin, murderer. Stop making those damnable faces and begin. Come. He misquotes a line from an older play. The croaking raven bellows for revenge. So this is a classic case of Ophelia's trying to watch the movie and Hamlet just keeps chiming in with his like little introductions there, and she's just like, oh yeah, you know it. And then Hamlet just goes to the actor and's like, get on with it, man. Lucianus. Thoughts black. Hands apt. Drugs fit and time agreeing. Confederate season, else no creature seeing. Thou mixture rank of midnight weeds collected, with Hecate's band thrice blasted, thrice infected. Thy natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life usurps immediately. Pours the poison in the sleeper's ears. Hamlet. He poisons him in the garden for his estate. His name's Gonzago. The story is extant and written in very choice Italian. You see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife? Ophelia. The king rises. What? Fighted with false fire? How fares my lord? Give o'er the play. Give me some light. Away! Lights, lights, lights! Exeunt all but Hamlet and Horatio. Oh, did it work? I think his plan worked. Hamlet. Why, let the strucken deer go weep, the heart ungalled play. For some must watch while some must sleep, thus runs the world away. Would not this, sir, and a forest of feathers, if the rest of my fortunes turn Turk with me, with 2 provincial roses on my raised shoes, get me a fellowship and a cry of players? Half a share. A whole one. Aye, for thou dost know, O Damon dear, this realm dismantled was of Love himself. Of Jove himself, and now reigns here a very, very Pagic. What is going on here? What is Hamlet saying? Hold up. So, the king's standing up. What, frightened by blanks? To King Claudius. Are you alright, my lord? Stop the play. Bring me some light. Go. Lights, lights, lights. Okay, so they're all like, yeah, they all exit. They're just like, so I think Hamlet's plan worked. And then Hamlet says, why let the wounded deer go weep, the buck unhurt shall play. Some must keep watch, while some must sleep, so the world goes its way. Referring to the play and its effect, if my luck turned bad on me, wouldn't this get me a partnership with a company of actors, with feathers on my hat and French-style roses on my fancy shoes? Half a share in partnership. A whole one. For you must know, O Damon dear, this realm abandoned was by Jove himself, and now here reigns a very, very peacock. You could have rhymed. He means that Hamlet could have said ass rather than peacock to make a half rhyme with was. Wow, and then you've got Horatio just like critiquing Hamlet in his own scheme. Well, get good stuff, Horatio. Hamlet. Oh, good, Horatio. I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000. Didst perceive? Very well, my lord. Upon the talk of the poisoning. I did very well note him. Aha! Come, some music. Come, the recorders. For if the king like not the comedy, why then, belike, he likes it not. Pretty. Come, some music. Enter Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. My good lord, vouchsafe me a word with you. Sir, a whole history. The king, sir. Aye, sir, what of him? Is in his retirement, marvellous distempered. With drink, sir? No, my lord, with choler. With choler. Your wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this to the doctor, for me to put him to his purgation would perhaps plunge him into more chlor. Good, my lord, put your discourse into some frame, and start not so wildly from my affair. I am tame, sir, pronounce. The queen your mother is most great affliction of spirit hath sent me to you. You are welcome. Nay, my good lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's commandment. If not, your pardon and my return shall be the end of my business. Sir, I cannot. What, my lord? Make you a wholesome answer. My wit's diseased. But, sir, such answer as I can make, you shall command, or rather, as you say, my mother. Therefore, no more, but to the end matter. My mother, you say. Then thus she says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration. Oh, wonderful son, that can so astonish a mother. But is there no sequel at the heels of this mother's admiration? Impart. She desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed. We shall obey, were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us? My lord, you once did love me. And still do, by these pickers and stealers. Good my lord, what is your cause of distemper? You do surely bar the door open your own liberty, if you deny your griefs to your friend. Sir, I lack advancement. How can that be, when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark? Aye, sir, but while the grass grows, the proverb is something musty. Enter the players with recorders. Oh, the recorders. Let me see one. To withdraw with you. Why do you go about to recover the wind of me, as if you would drive me into a toil? Oh, my good lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmannerly. I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe? My lord, I cannot. I pray you. Believe me, I cannot. I do beseech you. I know no touch of it, my lord. It is as easy as lying. Govern these ventages with your fingers and thumb. Give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, these are the stops. But these cannot I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill. Why, look you now, how unworthy a thing you make of me. You would play upon me, you would seem to know my stops, you would pluck out a heart of my mystery, you would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. Whoops. From the top of my compass. Oh, shoot. From the top of my compass. And there is much music, excellent voice in this little organ. Yet Cannot you make it speak? Why, do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will. Though you can fret me, you cannot play upon me. So I think Hamlet is like, smells something fishy going on with Guildenstern's little pleas here. I don't know. Enter Polonius. Oh, great, this guy. Wonder what he has to say for himself. And this is still Hamlet, I guess. God bless you, sir. My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently. Do you see yonder cloud that's almost in shape of a camel? By the mass, and 'tis like a camel indeed. Methinks it is like a weasel. It is backed like a weasel. Or like a whale. Very like a whale. Then I will come to my mother by and by. Sighed, they fool me to the top of my bent. I will come by and by. Polonius. I will say so. Exit Polonius. By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. Exeunt all but Hamlet. Oh, here we go. He's about to go on another one here. 'Tis now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on. Soft. Now to my mother. O heart, lose not thy nature. Let not ever the soul of Nero enter this firm bosom. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this be hypocrites. How in my words somever she be shent, to give them seals never, my soul, consent. Exit Hamlet. Let's read the a little translation there of his last little excerpt there. Right away is easily said. Leave me, friends. It's now the witch's time of night, when graves and cemeteries open and hell itself breathes foul, contagious airs into the world. Now I could drink hot blood and perform acts so terrible that the day would shudder to look at them. Enough. Now I'll go to my mother. O heart, don't lose your natural affection. Don't ever let the soul of Nero, who killed his mother, enter this firm chest. Let me be cruel, but not inhuman. My words will be like daggers, but I won't use a real dagger. In this respect, my words and my soul won't match each other. However, my words may chastise her. My soul must never let those words be backed up with deeds. So Hamlet, I guess, is just saying, like, he's kind of ticked off that his mom has, like, done this and, like, married his uncle, I guess. And he really wants to, like, stick it to her. But he doesn't, it's also his mom, so he doesn't want to, like, overdo it. And, like, I guess actually end up killing her. Like Nero did, apparently. So, yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen for Hamlet's sake. Oh, there you have it. Boy, Act 3 was, there was a lot going on there, wasn't there? That whole play thing. But it sounds like Hamlet's little scheme worked, and it got the king to trip out, and now, I guess now he has a bit more proof. And maybe that's what he's going to talk to, his mom about, being like, hey, you know, he killed my dad, your former husband. He did that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll check you next time for Act 3, Scene 3. Oh, it's getting good.